Welcome, boys and girls from YouTube. My name is Sloth, and this is the SlothForge. And in today's Dragonheir Silent God video, I'm going to show you a team that is capable of farming the Grave of Curse up to stage 20. So, let me show you. First, let me show you the team real quick. And I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible because I realized that my videos have been a little bit too long. So, yeah, I'm trying to keep this as fast as possible. First of all, I want to show you my team, and yes, I have an exclusive hero, Nasty J, but she is not needed for this team. I just used her because, like I said, I've been hunting her since season 1, and I'm finally able to use her thanks to the banner, so I am using her. And also, she was in the second banner, and even free-to-play players that kept the resources during the first week are able to own a Nasty Jenka. Nasty J. Let's call her Nasty J because I actually have no idea how to pronounce her name. So this is actually not impossible to own, but you can replace her with many other damage dealers. Same for Evelios and Tarivol. You don't need these three. These three heroes can be changed for mostly any other damage dealer, as long as they are dealing enough damage, because it is a very high stage and you need a lot of damage. Of course, obviously, you can farm below stages as well, so then you don't need that much damage. But these three Dauntless heroes are just here for the damage and can be changed for any other hero that deals enough damage. The two heroes that are more or less needed are Zeffi and Urion. Zeffi can be changed for Ogok, I think, but I just used Zeffi because she pairs very well with the other three Dauntless heroes. And we are using her for her ultimate skill, which grants defense up to all allies and invincibility, so she can keep your allies alive if she's timed correctly. So this has normally a very high cooldown, but if you pair with some skill haste, so that's why I'm using this set on her, and the hourglass, you can recycle this skill relatively fast. And this is not the correct recharge speed, because the skill haste from the hourglass is not involved in the skill haste right here. So this is way less. So you can cycle this skill on an 18 seconds cooldown, which is very important for this team. And the other hero that is also not 100% needed, but is a very good hero for this dungeon, is Urion. What makes him so great in this dungeon is his passive. So when he receives fatal damage, he becomes immune. But this triggers only once every 60 seconds, so this is not everything. This is just like a plan B for this team. So if the boss cleanses all buffs and he cleanses the invincibility buff, then Urion's passive helps keeping him alive. And the other very strong part about Urion is his ally protection buff, which helps keeping the whole team alive. This is also, in theory, very useful for this boss because it is attack penalty too, but like you see, we are actually not using it. We have 0 accuracy and therefore we never hit the attack penalty. We are only using him as a big tank, which with this great passive and a very good ultimate. There are many different artifacts that you could use. I'm using the Scarab Amulet because it helps him survive an even longer. And apart from this, I'm just stacking defense on him. You could also stack HP, but I prefer defense because it makes his shield just bigger. And this set, the Power of Tides, is also not needed. Like you can see, I only have 80 resistance, so I'm not resisting something at all. So this effect does not get activated too. So he's only here for tanking the boss. Zeffi, I already showed her. She just has this set for maximum skill haste, and this actually does not work like I thought it works, because it only helps to protect the buff that she places on herself, because it sets the wearer's gained buffs, not buffs placed by the wearer. So she only protects protects the buffs she places on herself. So this is actually not making this run way more reliable. So these are the 2 stars from today's show. Charivol, Evelios and Nazjenka can just be replaced with many other damage dealers. Like you can see, I don't have an exclusive artifact on Nasty J as well. So this is a relatively easy team, you want to say like this, because like you can see, there is no big awakenings, there is nothing awaked at 5 or so. It's a relatively fair team. And you can rebuild this team, and if you are not able, because you don't have the good enough gear to farm stage 20, you can use the strategy of this team to farm the lower stages, 18, 19, 17, because all these stages already have a chance to drop the red gear. So now let me show you the run real quick while I'm explaining to you the boss. The first skill, Rage of Blood, is a very strong skill. It makes him hitting extremely hard, attack up and damage up, so he just hitting like a truck. And this is another very good strategy for this boss, is using Vinyara, because she's cleansing the buffs, replacing them with an attack down debuff, and just making him hit way less hard. Is this a correct sentence? I have no idea. The second skill is not that big of a deal. It's just dealing single target damage and places a shield on himself. This can be a very big shield, but if you are using this team at least, it is not that big of a shield. Sometimes there is absolutely no shield. The big problem about this boss is the third skill, Punishment of Blood. It removes 1 buff from each enemy and deals then necrotic damage to every enemy. And if there is no buff, it deals 50% more damage. This skill deals an insane amount of damage. So, and this is also what I've meant when I said that this is not a 100% reliable run. Actually, it's like here, 30%, 40%, and it's because he removes 1 buff. It's 1 random buff that gets removed. So we're just doing this run over and over again, and hoping that he is not, removing the invincibility buff placed by Zeffi. As long as there is either the invincibility buff by Zeffi or the ally protection buff from Urion, all of the 4 non-tanks are 100% going to survive. It is always Urion who dies first, and therefore he is the only one where it is important that he does not get his invincibility buff removed. And once every 60 seconds, he actually, just like here, it is okay if his invincibility buff gets removed because he has his passive. But this is only okay if it happens once every 60 seconds, because like I said, then his passive replaces another invincibility buff on him. And this is why this is a little bit of RNG in this run. But you can see this, it's a relatively quick run, because yeah, of course, we have Nasty J and Evelios who are dealing insane amount of damage. But you can replace them, and yeah, the only very important heroes are Zeffi and Urion, because they are stacking these ally protection buffs and these invincibility buffs. And here you can see this. My HP is already reduced to a very low amount, like Zeffi only has 25% of her overall HP left, but it's okay, because her ultimate is keeping everyone alive. And this is it. The run is done. It was very easy, but it was not 100% reliable. This is why I've showed to you this pre-recorded session. And now let me show you another real quick tip. Oh, actually, I am playing Zeffi with accuracy because her battle skill can remove some debuffs, but it is super strange. For some reason, she never, only in the first run, the first rotation, she's using them when he has his buffs. From then, it's always in a very bad timing, so she's never using her battle skill, she's never removing these buffs. So yeah, you don't need any accuracy on Zeffi. All you want is skill haste. That's actually all you want and all you need. And she has to be booked. Just like Urion, he has to be booked too. So now let me show you a real quick tip and then we're done with this video. When you click on Auto Raid, you can press the Challenge Now button. You can choose how much stamina you want to spend. And once we've unlocked Resonance level 80, you can even spend 60 stamina. You can choose how much you want to spend. Press on Challenge Now and watch them fighting. And let's hope, I really hope that they are losing this fight now. So you can see what I wanted to show you. You just can go away from the computer for now. Because if they fail, and they will probably fail, I hope that they will fail. If they fail, they just restart the battle. They restart the battle until 15 stamina was spent. Or the amount of stamina that you choose. You can choose how many runs you want. So you can, for example, also choose 45 stamina and 3 runs, 2 runs. And then they will keep on fighting and fighting and fighting until all of the stamina is used. And this is super convenient in my opinion. So this is actually how I did it as well. I've been watching the TV. Yes, and they failed. Perfect. I've been watching the TV and just set them with 45 stamina and set it on 2 runs. So once it took like 20 minutes. But now you can see this. I have to click nothing and they just start again. So this is super convenient. You just say them how much stamina you want to spend, how much runs they should do. When you press on Auto Raid, so here you can choose how many battles you want to attempt. Here you can choose how many stamina per battle you want to use. And then if you say, please 3 runs with 45 stamina each, go for it. And this is it. So if you want to farm this, maybe, yeah, this could take 30 minutes in the worst case, if you are farming a stage where your heroes are not dealing enough damage. But overall, it's a very convenient tool, and you can use this for every other dungeon as well. So you don't ever need a 100% reliable team when it comes to Dragonheir Silent Blood. This is a very great technique in my opinion, and I really like this compared to other gacha games. So, but that's it. I've been talking way longer than I wanted to, but we have a video less than 15 minutes, and I hoped that I've explained everything to you. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Thanks for tuning in.